Hello guys, and this is a drink review of a drink called Cult Energy, mango and chili. So, we'll see how this tastes. I think mango drinks are like hit and miss. It's not my favorite flavor, but it's also not like a flavor that I think like is horrific. But this has apparently chili, so but I don't wonder, does it contain any, let's see. I assume it's probably in the natural aroma, so maybe it's just chili aroma. Because I mean, when I smell it, it just smells like a mango drink. So, cheers. I mean, that is very, very sweet. But I cannot really taste like a chili thing. But it's just a generic like mango, very extra sweet, pretty strong mango flavor. I would probably dilute this by like 50% with like carbonated water. So that's probably what I'm gonna do before I drink more. It's a bit too sweet for me. Some comments. There's been quite a lot of comments since I last did one of these. So I guess I'll just start from someplace, and then I'm sure I'm gonna have missed a lot of comments, so apologies. Let's start here with Lazul. I wonder why this video got more views than the rest. It must be the thumbnail. Is it because the dude has a face like he's getting suck? Lamau. That was on my Let's Play Pokemon Sword Part 3 Fire Gym. Maybe. I mean, I think... no, wait. Because I do think that video probably got put in like an algorithm or something. Because I looked at that video to see like, where are the views coming from? Because you're right, it has like 3 times the views of all the other videos. And yeah, it just says that the traffic comes from YouTube search. And specifically people just searching the word Pokemon. So my guess is that that video just was like a high when people just search Pokemon. It was like probably in like the first or second page. That's probably why. And then people clicked it because of the face. Another about Lazul. Dreadnought filtered you hard. That Pokemon must be stupidly stats-wise tanky. That was on part 2 of my Pokemon Sword Let's Play. And yeah, I like the water gym was the gym I had the most problem with. Which was, you can be like, oh man, that's a bit weird since I do think I had 2 electric types by that time. But yeah, I don't know, the Dreadnought with Swift Swim and those super strong water attacks. It was fun. Especially if you don't Dynamax yourself. Yeah, it was fun. And also, you know, when you rematched her, I was kind of like knowing what to expect then. So I do think I did really well in that like tournament of making sure we have to stall out the rain turns. Which I think is why the rematch was a lot easier. Mint Spy. I want to know that in my Yuzu, while launching, the speed limit option is actually not working. And that was on my how to speed up games in Yuzu. And I don't know what you mean. yeah, because it's super simple, Try, maybe you didn't open it in the games itself, like configure to current game. That would be my recommendation. Try that. But I mean, I did leave a comment 12 days ago saying, "What do you mean?" And that person didn't answer. So I assume they probably figured out what they did wrong. Let's see. Dr. House 2000. Lazul. Brown people in modern England based Pokemon game? Accurate. Yeah, it is accurate. I agree. Let's see. Never mind. B is not just a grappler. Her stance and the moves she throws are more karate, but her knee pad suggests she does wrestling as well. Because they shoot in for leg takedowns and you can scrape your knees when shooting under to do double leg carry takedown, for example. So she is MMA. She mixes it up. I think MMA stands for mixed martial arts, but I'm not sure. Sure, maybe. I don't know. I don't actually know much about martial art and stuff. All I know is that B looks hot as fuck. Let's see. Lazul. I agree with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I got Saph, never finished it. I got Sapphire, never finished it. I got to the mid game, then dropped it. It's the graphics that hold it back. Sprites was just better because GBA Pokemon just had such good art direction and the whole look to it. I agree about almost everything else except Johto. Johto is an A for me due to all the party members it gives you basically for free. You can fill a whole party with them, so you can play it like a standard RPG with a set party if you wanted. It's weird, Pokemon Colosseum and XD isn't on the list. I would consider it mainline. They are actually spin-off games, even according to Nintendo, and I would also consider them spin-off games. But I do think they're like the type of spin-off games that you would like to see more of. Spin-off games that actually uses the Pokemon formula. I think that is why you think of them as mainline games. Because it's not like, Pokemon Unite or other Pokemon games. Like Mystery Dungeon. Oh man, I love the Mystery Dungeon games. But I would not want to do a let's play of that because fuck me, it would be too long. Like mystery dungeon games are things you play, turn off your games, and like listen to something while you play. Yeah, but that is interesting. I actually think that Omega, like the Omega and Alpha games, actually look pretty well. I like how they look. But it's for me, it always goes down to if they would have done like that, those two games were based off Emerald, I probably would have played them. But because they're based off Sapphire and Ruby, it kind of go like, well, I'll just play Emerald because Emerald is just a better version. Like such a big difference. So yeah. And for me, it's kind of different. For me, I think like this selection on Pokemon in Johto, I don't like. Well, like maybe when you played like the first time, second time, like you have options, but then they really quickly run out, and a lot of like the cool Pokemon that I would have wanted to use are like locked like super late in the game or like post game. And it's kind of like, oh well. Let's see. High Marshall Balian 680. Rants like this. Oh yeah, wait. The comment by Lazul was on Pokemon mainline games tier list. Now, this comment by High Marshall. Rants like this are why the channel has so few subs, lol. And that was all. Oh, okay, it was all, I understand why he said that. That was on my The Art of Sigmar rant. Female Stormcast Eternal's armor. And I can see that he has a 40k profile pic. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's one of these brain dead 40k guys. But I actually think that's good. If me saying my opinions is what's keeping me from gaining subs, then I'm fine with that. I've never actually been into the grind of just gaining subs, especially if it means that you're gonna have to pretend to like things that you don't like. Fuck me, I'm not dealing with that. The whole point of entertainment is to have fun and enjoy it. I cannot imagine faking that. Let's see. Especially since this is not my job, right? Like, I can understand, kinda, like if it's someone's job, then they fake excitement. Like, okay, I understand why you're doing that. Because people like, this high marshal, that's what they want. But I don't know, I just wouldn't watch that content. But I also don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to watch content where people just confirm positive emotions on everything. Like, that's fine if that's what you want. And you don't want them to actually give their opinions on things. I think that's fine. Let's see. Alright, I want to go a bit further back because there still was a decent amount of comments. But all the comments actually have already answered by typing. Man, I don't know if I can remember doing all this shit. Alright, well. So, actually, my comment backlog wasn't as big as I thought. Oh wait, here we go. One comment I haven't answered. Raket Gupta 8345. Moistcr1tikal. And then shocked face emoji, exclamation mark, question mark. And that was on my review of my big old horse pussy, Friendship is Plastic. 2-hole male masturbator. Man, I really should look out who this guy is, because I got a lot of comments like this, and I think Lazul kind of explained a little bit about that. That was a month ago, and I said I was going to look it up, but I didn't. I don't know. I assume it's just someone who looks like me, so thank you for watching, and goodbye.